Live on Brandon Palmy Television. Welcome to BPT's mini podcast extravaganza. We are going to have something fun for you all today. It's going to be all about, the one theme for tonight. And hopefully, Christianity will join us. But anyway, guys, keep it tuned in because the PPT's mini podcast extravaganza for August 27th, 2023, and the final one, I should say, for the month of August, starts right after the channel ID and the countdown. See you all in a bit. All right, everybody, and welcome to BPT's mini podcast extravaganza for August 27th, 2023. And I am William Plum, and thank you, everybody, for coming in tonight. And we are going to have a great podcast for you all today. It's going to be a fun one. But I'm not alone, everybody. Join me for BPT's mini podcast extravaganza, the founder of LJPCBM. And you can check out his channel for $5, and you get exclusive perks and everything. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, on this podcast for you all, he's going to give you all just a taste of what you're going to expect for FWLX coming out this fall. It's going to be the biggest season that you have ever seen before. This is going to be unlike any season before, with a new look, new attitude, still great show that you know and love. And of course, he'll put his heart and soul on making FWLX on top of every other seasons out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Luke Jeffers.
Hello, guys. As I'm speaking live this whole thing, and yes, as you said earlier about this whole entire, let's say, FWX thing, it's going to be amazing. So, yeah, it's going to be a huge blast, but it will be a huge, exciting thing. So, there you go on that. It's going to be epic, and it's going to be ordinary, so there you go on that. It's going to be 10 seasons long, so it's going to be huge for this whole season long journey. So 10 season long journey. So there you go.
Exactly, and I put this on the chat room.
Yep.
And if you guys are wondering the new look of BPT, well, that's because, ladies and gentlemen, let's just say Thursday or Friday or whenever, I went ahead and give Brandon Palmer Television a complete makeover, and that's exactly what I did. So the old Brandon Palmer Television that you've seen, that's outdated and everything, but now that's all gone. And that is thanks to the brand new logo that I've created, and this is a dawn of a new era. Like I said on the post on YouTube, for you people out there who subscribe to my YouTube channel, so Brandon Palmer Television, or BPT, has a brand new look, and I gotta tell you, this is a bold shift of the future of Brandon Palmer Television here on YouTube. It is unlike anything you've seen. And coming from me, creating a lot of logos and stuff for Wear One, like I got, the Wear One logo that I'm already doing and whatnot. And of course, the brand new, logo that I'm doing. Like I said, this year has nothing been more of just a logo refresh of all the major media brands and whatnot, and it really stands the test of time. And of course, BPT, the new look and feel. This is going to be the dawn of a new era of Brandon Palmer Television. So I thank you for your amazing feedback. I worked hard on this, and yeah, this is not no cheap or semi well, it is kind of semi professional, but this isn't a watered down cheesy you know kind of a has been look and feel of the logo. This is the dawn of a new era for the logo and for the YouTube channel. So I thank you all for liking the new look and everything. Because while I was playing Forza Horizon 5, I wanted to really give my channel a complete update of the new look and everything.
Okay.
So if you guys see the brand new BPT logo, it's me, and it just simply has BPT. I got rid of the Brandon Palmer Television subtitle and just made it completely BPT, and of course the channel layout, the image and whatnot is completely brand new, and it looks incredible and it looks better than ever. So I thank you guys for the feedback, and this is a step in the right direction as a new era of great stuff is coming your way here on Brandon Palmer Television. So thank you guys for the feedback. It means a lot to me because I work hard on this. I did it in Windows 11, and it's simply amazing. And I want to say thank you guys for looking at the new logo and your feedback. It really means a lot to me, and doing this for 13 years.
Exactly.
So, but I hope you guys enjoyed the new look and everything. And this is unlike any logo that I've done, because with the Weir One logo and everything that I did, I want to say December. I mean, it started around November, December, for our 20th anniversary. Like, this was going to be the ultimate game changer, a new refreshed look that's going to be unlike anything. And I'm already am in the next phase of giving everything a complete makeover. Everything slightly brand new, not used or kind of recycled ideas. No, this is going to be totally brand new from the ground up, and you're going to be seeing it throughout the wave of Weir One media, which I'm very excited about. From Weir One to Carlton Explosion Jr. and blah blah, everything. And again, I can't go into all the details because I got to keep that a top secret, and I can't discuss it. But what I will say, well, I know, I'm just saying, but what I can say is that it's everything's gonna be brand new and totally, a whole new entertainment experience, and I'm very excited. And as you guys can see on the bottom, that I am the CEO of Weir One Media Networks, not the CEO and president of United States, because I don't want that. But in all seriousness, help reshape the future of what is Weir One. So you see, guys, if you know that I'm if you think I'm joking about making these brand new logos and everything into a reality, well, guess what, folks? This ain't no joke. What you see is what you get. This is the bold new look. Okay, because I don't play around with logos. Logos are my thing. Now, I know that it's been kind of cheesy over the past years and whatnot, but I decided, well, I got to step up my game, and I got to really deliver. And I think that I already delivered on the new BPT logo and Brandon Palmer Television as well, because I'm not playing around.
You're not.
So just so you guys know that I'm not playing around. But anyway, guys, so that's the channel update for you all. It looks nice and everything, and again, I hope you guys enjoyed the new look and feel. And as of right now, uh, I just can't believe this. I am already at 199 subscribers.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for these subscribes, and I'm just one more from hitting 200. I just want to say it's a blessing for me to hit 200. I know it doesn't seem a lot, like Luke and whatnot, but it's not about the competition, folks. It's
No.
about giving you guys delivering great content for the channel, and do the best I can to make sure that keeping you entertained and just enjoying a variety of stuff, a variety of entertainment that you see here on the channel, from
Makes
the
sense.
game shows, to replays and a bunch of everything else. So I try to make that as much possible as I can
Uh-huh.
on the channel. So again, thank you to 199 subscribers. And once I hit 200, well, I just want to say, you can do a special if you want. You don't have to. It's totally optional. Busy life and everything. But I'm just saying, 200 means a lot to me, and I thought I would never get to 200 subscribers. But like I said, I'm one subscriber away from hitting the milestone ever since, because I know that I've been stuck at 180 or whatnot, but I think the what's causing my subscriber to wait to go up is probably the Sonic Mania video, which is at 8,500 views right now.
Uh-huh.
uh, and of course, the Super Mario Brothers pre-order that I did is currently at 999 views, and I believe that by the time this podcast ends,
Oh,
I'm already going to be at 1,000.
yeah.
So it's going to be totally amazing to have
Yes,
1,000.
you're going to be like me, you know.
Yeah,
But my main channel is getting close to be 200 at the time, so there's just your question anyway.
yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's the whole thing. On that deal. So thank you, everybody, and like I always say, hit the subscribe button, because it really does help with the channel, and hitting the notification bell. And I'll remind you guys at the end of the stream, because we just started this podcast. Um, but do take the time and enjoy the content and everything, guys, because I've been doing this, and everything, and I don't do it as much as I used to, because now I'm the CEO of Wear One, and these are big shoes I have to fill, because I'm a one man wrecking crew when it comes to Wear One. I'm the executive producer, and I make sure that everything is what I want, from top to bottom. Because that's how we're very successful, and we're still extremely successful.
Yes.
And why we're still going to continue with the whole education game, because I think education, I think is the thing that we all continuing to build, just a amazing community of the whole thing, because back then education was so huge and everything, with the popular PC titles, the software stuff, and obviously you don't see that anymore, like I said on the educational theme that we did, and it's just, these classic educational games no longer exist, like the Math Blaster and the Whedon Rabbit, and the Jump Start kind of stuff. So all those are gone, and it was extremely huge back in the mid to late '90s and into to the new generation.
Mm-hmm.
And we do miss it, and I'm really gonna miss Map Blaster, because it's a lot of fun. and seeing, especially the PC side. I don't know if they had a Mac version, but on the PC side, you see, two characters and everything. I think CJ is the name, the red alien, and of course Max, who's human and wears the green suit.
Speaking of
Uh,
which, since you
but
mentioned
yeah, Matt Blaster's awesome. Yeah, go ahead, Luke.
this movie, Gran Turismo, it's out in theaters right now.
Uh huh.
And
It's all weighted by the MPA,
yeah,
which means you have to have a photo ID in order to see it. Because
yeah.
like I said, I won't go into to my little fairy tale because we don't want to
No,
get into that. But what I will
I
say, though, ladies and gentlemen,
I saw a movie called Strays in theaters last night, and it was fantastic. It was the funniest movie I've ever seen. It was the very first rated R movie I've seen in theaters.
that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Go check out the video on my main channel. You know how much I saw the movie. It was great. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Previews. There you go.
I'd turn on the ticker, and I know you guys are wondering where's Chris Kennedy. Well, I don't know because I sent him the link on text now. I don't know if he's available for the stream, so maybe he'll be watching the replay, and he's really gonna miss out on the stream tonight because this was gonna be an awesome theme, to end off the BPT's podcast stream for August, and I'm gonna pull it up right now on the ticker below.
Yeah, it's always 2600.
That's the theme for tonight. So, Chris Kennedy, you still have time, but like I said, the link is there, and hopefully you can make it because I really don't want you to miss out on this. Because if he does miss out, then we might revisit this theme, and that way he can have the opportunity to to speak and talk about everything that the Atari 2600 has to offer.
If I remastered version of that, it could be happening.
Well, it's kind of a revisit, remastered,
We'll see. It can still happen.
Well, if he can, come in, but if not, because like I said, Atari's one of his favorite things, because we're gonna be talking about the Atari 2600 and everything because Luke sent me the YouTube link of Atari's new 2600 Plus.
Eric Lima, and he told me he saw the post. He got when the post saying A's nice man, thinking like, oh my god, so this is a very exciting thing. And I showed it to Remix about exciting thing.
And to be honest, folks, back then, growing up in the 90s, I never owned an Atari 2600, though I have played an Atari game before. But I never owned one per se. Because I was an NES kid when I had my very first NES. I don't remember which bundle it was because, like I said, because I grew up in the 90s and everything. So it was either the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt, the play set or whatnot, or whatever the bundle is that had Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt and the NES Zap. But I think it was a deluxe set and everything that had the Mario Duck Hunt. Because I know in 1990 or 1991, they kind of upgraded this whole deluxe thing, and instead of Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, again I forgot the name of it, but it's an NES, and instead of Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, it's a Super Mario Bros. 3, which is one of my all-time favorite Mario games. And I'm not being biased, folks, because it is my favorite game of all time.
Not being biased.
But yeah, so it's an NES, and it has a copy of Super Mario Bros. 3. I think that came out like 1991-ish, because like I said, the game came out in 1990, and that sold like hotcakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the one that, well, either that one that I had or just the other one that came out with Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt from 1988. Um, but anyway,
And
but yeah, I
yeah,
never owned an Atari, but
1990. And the
yeah,
Power
I
91.
yeah, okay,
So if you're talking Famicom, NES, and then Super Mario Bros. 3, that came out in 1988.
okay. Well, yeah, for the Mario Duck Hunt one. And then the one with Mario 3 that came out in like 91 or so.
Yeah, okay.
Um 1991. I think it's called the challenge set.
It was
Where,
February 12th,
where you get a game
1990 that
because
Super Mario Bros.
because
3 first came out. So
yeah,
anyway,
because Nintendo had a whole bunch of these bundles. Um, oh, they had some, they had all kinds of bundles and whatnot. They had the basic set that don't get you a game, so you had to buy a game.
you have to
And then they had, yeah, go ahead, Luke.
I'm just saying you have to buy a game.
Yeah, and then it was, sorry about that. And then you got like a deluxe set, which gets you a game included, which is Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt and one cartridge. And then they had like the power set, which had the power pad, which was needed for that one game that needed a power pad. Um, and that one you get 3 games in one cartridge. That came out, I believe, in '89 or 1990. But it has Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, and World Class Track Meet, which that game requires the
I
power
think
pad.
you're right about this remix. It was
It used to,
Super Mario Bros. Released along with the shooting range game Dog Hunt, according to Wikipedia.
yeah, and well, yeah, there was a 2-in-1. They also had one that had 3 games in one cartridge, and that was the power set.
Yes.
And that game, and by the way, that game is famous because Bandai had a similar game called Stadium Events, which you can find on eBay. You'd be paying crazy amounts of money, trying to get the one by Bandai called Stadium Events, which is, you need a power pad. But yeah, so it was one of those. Oh, and they also had one that you get Wob the Wallbot, and you get everything you need for Wob the Wallbot minus the batteries. And that one you get, I believe, you get 2 games, which is Gyromite and Duck Hunt. Gyromite is what you need Wob the Wallbot, but you know what? You don't really need Wob because if you have a second player,
Yeah.
a real life human being than just the robotic toy. You can actually just have the second player have the buttons, for the pillars and stuff, and you can just play the game outright.
Yeah.
And you don't really wob the robot because he's painfully slow and everything. I mean, it was a cool concept, cool idea, but I think that at the end he wasn't really all that fun to play, and that's why they only made 2 games out of Wob the Robot, and that is Gyromite and Stack Up.
Mm.
So that's that. So yeah, so you get Gyromite and you get Duck Hunt with the with this set, and it was a big box. It was like Godzilla like box, if you will. Um, but yeah, so that's the Nintendo side of things, and I think
Yeah.
we should, and I think that when the show comes back. I think I'll talk about because like I said, my memory serves me right. Either in September or October. I think October. We're gonna do a special themed BPT's podcast stream where we get to talk about the NES because the NES will be turning 37, I think.
Let me check NES.
Um, well,
19.
it came out. Yeah, it came out in '85. So
85. Let me check my calculator and see. It was October 18th.
yeah, October 18. Yeah, I knew it was October.
Yeah. So yeah, you're right about that. October.
Yeah,
So I think it was 37.
yeah.
Uh,
Because like I said, even though Famicom is 40, but that came out in 1983 in Japan. We're
yeah.
talking the NES, the North American NES, because like I said, Famicom was 83 and the NES was 85.
Yeah, I was mixed up there. If you look at it, Billy, you're talking NES, not the Famicom.
Yeah, well, again, even though Famicom is 40, he is correct about that. AKA the NES, but again, Famicom is 40, but
Yeah.
the NES didn't come out to 1985, so the
Yeah.
NES is not really 40. The Famicom
No.
was in 83.
Yeah. I was so disappointed what Billy said. He said, NES is 40. You kidding me?
Well, like I said, Billy, only 2 more years and the NES will be 40, but not yet.
Not yet. My brain
Same,
serves me right.
same with Super Mario Brothers, because I don't know what Nintendo has planned for the 40th anniversary, because it's going to be really huge for the 40th. Because like I said, the 35th was awesome, and we're going to wait and see what they're going to do with the 40th. But only time will tell. We'll have to wait 2 more years before the huge milestone.
Huge milestone. Yeah. If we're gonna do this, then we're gonna have to do something with these whole games, especially with my reaction to the Mario videos that he did, Fairy Odd Gamer did, aka my friend Bradley, who's watching this, to do
Yep.
all these Mario games,
Mm-hmm.
So,
And of course, the two games that turned 30 this year. One is Kirby's Adventure, or well, maybe three. Three of them. One is Kirby's Adventure that came out in '93, and it was the only Kirby game on the NES.
wow.
Um, and the game that came out in August 1993, which was a game that you could only get at a video rental store like Blockbuster, because Nintendo was kind of the anti-rental kind of thing until they caved in and like, well, guess what? I mean, we gotta do this too. So, but yeah, this was only at Blockbuster, from what I can tell when I read it on Wikipedia. And this was a game that you could not buy in stores. I don't know why. That was a strange idea, considering this is so late in the NES life cycle. This was a game by Tato. And if you guys know that I love the one game, and by the way, that game is going to be turning 35 this November. It's one of my favorite arcade ports on the NES, from November 1988. And 35 years later, it is still a masterpiece. And if everybody's going to say that this NES port is a piece of crap, then you do not know gaming, or you don't understand how fun that game is. So if you're going to be joking about this, then get out of here. I don't want to hear
Get
it.
out of here. Because once I see you like get Remix saying, "Oh, Remix is a bad gamer," then that's out for you.
Yeah. But anyway, so the game that turns 30 this year, ladies and gentlemen, came out in August 1993 on the NES. It was so late in the NES life cycle. It's a game called Bobble Bobble Part 2 for the NES. And like I said, you could not buy this game in stores. I don't know if you could. I don't know if, because like I said, I was about 4 when the game came out. So I have no idea if you could buy the game, but from what I've heard on Wikipedia, this was only a Blockbuster went to, which means you could only rent the game. Now, if you wanted to buy it, I'm sure they will let you do that. And just pay a stocking fee, and then you get to keep the game
Yeah,
for how much and whatnot. But I do believe it was a exclusive. So
yeah, you were.
um,
Yeah, you were for. It came out in August '93. Yeah, it was.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
August 1993.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. It was on
And
Wikipedia.
another game that turns 30 uh, this year. This is a game that came out in October, and it's a sequel to everybody's favorite puzzle game. And this is a game that's developed by Toze Software and published by Nintendo. And this was on the NES first, and then the Game Boy came out later. And I had both of them and whatnot. And if you enjoyed the first one, I think you will enjoy the second one. But do understand that it's going to be a lot more tougher than the original. So if you're not, so if you don't, if you're not really ready for the sequel, then you may want to have some practice before you step in
Right.
and play the sequel.
Dude,
So the
tell me
game that
about
turns 30 is a game called Tetris 2.
Tetris 2. I mean, I played
Yeah,
the first Tetris. It was great, and you surprised in the
yeah.
second.
The first one's awesome. I love the NES version of Tetris and the Game Boy one.
Yeah,
And like I said, like the first Tetris on the NES and Game Boy, I had the sequel for both. The only one I did not get though was the Super Nintendo version, though that then came out till '94. Um, but um, but the thing I liked about the Super Nintendo version of the game is the music's much better. Because I
music.
usually turn off the music in the NES and Game Boy versions, but the one on Super Nintendo, the music is excellent, and I love the music in that game. And yeah, Tetris 2 is amazing on the Super Nintendo. One of the fun things about the game is going against the CPU. That's like my favorite thing in this game. Trying to beat your opponent, and it's just going to be all out mayhem. And you're gonna and for you to take out the CPU, because in order to get the championship, you have to do round 15, and that's where that's where the real fun begins. And if you can beat them 3 times, then you are crowned the championship, and you basically beat the computer player. And I know I did. I remember one time when I did a stream on Game On Live, I believe, I went through the entire game from round 1 all the way up to 15, and that was pretty lengthy. But I
Lengthy.
managed to do that, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
The computer player maybe kicked my butt, but in the end, I went for all 15 rounds, and I end up victorious and crowned the champion.
yes. Oh
So
my.
that's how fun the CPU is in that game. So one player versus CPU. Now it's also great with 2 players as well. Though just understand that if the second player beats you, don't feel sorry or don't
Sorry.
get angry and whatnot, because it's all about fun and competition, not slamming the controller down or throwing it out the window, because you'd be a oblivion idiot by doing that.
Yeah.
But and all good fun, because I know what fun is, and what and fun competitive. It's not like, oh well, I'm gonna win, I'm about to win, I'm gonna turn off the system. Well, number one, you don't do that, because you won't be, and number two, your friendship would be over if you post something like that, and
Yeah.
you be a complete jerk, and
Yeah,
you
you
never
were
want, and
fired
that
from all these
person,
game projects like
yeah,
me.
and that person will never be your friend again.
You can't. You just can't be.
So
I mean, I started
yeah,
making calls on TV when all of a sudden you have game sevens, for example, and then you do this for a computer player. Well, guess what? You'd be fired if you slam the game console like that.
yeah, or for the control, for the NES controller out the window.
Yeah, like mine. You know.
Especially you play it on a old CRT television.
Yes.
Now, I mean, like I said, yeah, I mean, I had CRT TVs back in my time. The giant, you know, yeah, I don't know. It was just, it wasn't a flat screen. It was a big, bulky TV. It's like the size of, I don't know, of a freight train. But don't quote me on that. But back in the day, people had Sony televisions because that's how people and they prefer Sony CTR televisions because of the picture quality. Because Sony was well known for electronics, and they still are today.
Well,
But back then, they're well known for the color brilliant televisions
yeah.
and and playing these kinds of games and everything on a Sony television, it just makes you want to play these games and everything. Now, like I said, we don't have CRT TVs like we do today because today everything's 4K, flat panel, easy to carry and everything, and it's not big and bulky and giant, like a Bigfoot and everything,
Yeah.
like it was yesteryear.
He's agreeing with the point.
Yeah.
Is there something?
Or the abominable snowman would off the red nose reindeer.
Yeah. That's not a reference that was made up in the Goofy movie. That's not Abominable Snowman. That's a Bigfoot. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you got the abominable snowman want to try on the ruby glass slippers. Well, newsflash, those belong to Cinderella, and she wants them back because she's
Isn't it
late for
grown
an
up? Bring
important
it back.
date. I'm just saying she's late for an important date, and you don't and if you bought those slippers, she's gonna be mad at you. Let me tell you, and she won't want to be your friend anymore when you break her ruby glass slippers.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're killing me. You're killing me.
Yeah, I know. Or when Dorothy, when she wants to, get back home in the Wizard of Oz, and if somebody
Wait,
destroys that ruby red slipper, yeah,
it's not
then
just like home.
then she'll be walking the yellow brick road in her tippy toes. I'm just saying.
Oh, you gotta love this movie. If you watch it, Stan Libby, there's something wrong with remix right there.
Well, yeah, well, like I said, Luke, what this podcast is all about is entertainment fun.
Yeah.
And because, like I said, this is why you subscribe to my channel and why you come to this stream in the first place. If you want to have entertainment in your life, then yeah, this is the best place. But trolls, on the other hand, they're not welcome here, and that's why I got the subscriber thing on, so that way a bunch of creeps don't come in and be like, oh, but kind of thing.
Right
Yeah.
away.
But in all seriousness, again, Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, walking around the yellow brick road in her tippy toes because she don't have the ruby the ruby slippers. And if you thought that was funny, then yeah, Cinderella, because I love Cinderella, the 1951. By the way, I watched that yesterday on Disney Junior, and it was really cool. And now you can watch the I believe the 4K on Disney Plus. So that's awesome.
Speaking of streaming apps, I have problems with my TV in my house living room somewhere. So I decided to watch streaming apps on my living room TV instead of watching the regular TV. That would be more easier.
Yeah.
So today I've watched, let's say, I Love You, You Hate Me documentary on Barney on Peacock.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that makes more difference.
Yeah.
Again, the second time I watched it.
Yeah. But yeah, so with the fault jokes aside, yeah, so there you go on that.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, coming up on the stream, we're gonna talk about the Atari 2600, and like I said, Chris, we're still waiting for you. I don't know if he's. I'm gonna see if he contacted me and whatnot. Because I did send him the link on text now, and I really don't want him to miss out on the fun.
I just want to send them away via Instagram. They're more easier than text now.
Well, like I said, like I said, I don't want to get into the whole story and everything, but it's just, I don't know, it's just Chris doesn't use, Discord all that much, or Instagram and whatnot, because I don't know, but uh, I mean, he hates Facebook, and I'm gonna say that right now, and I can understand and whatnot, and trying to contact him is much more difficult than ever. But yeah, I do use text now because he calls me and stuff. Once in a while, we do talk on Talkie. But like I said, he's on text now. But I am. But like I said, I am waiting for Chris to. Well, should I say Retro Media Vision? By the way, if you want to hear Retro Media Vision's album, Chris Candy Plays His Hits, you can check it out on Spotify and Amazon and Apple Music, and go check it out. Or give it a listen, I might add. Alright, where is text now? Or let it snow. Well, it ain't snowing because it's summer. If you see summer and if you see snow in the summertime, you're gonna be blind as a rock.
Come on, Remix.
Well, you never know. I mean, you never know what the clouds are gonna do. It's all a game of Mother Nature.
Okay. Wow.
Especially having a bag of Doritos and play the Doritos roulette, where you have to basically find the hottest chip. Like the Nacho cheese or the Cool Ranch, and if you find the hot and spicy kind of habanero thing, then you hit the jackpot and you lose basically. So a game of Doritos roulette. I don't know if I'm gonna try one because I don't want to burn my mouth like a dragon. I don't want to breathe out fire like a dragon.
You don't need to do that.
No. But I do want to oh, by the way, I do want to personally thank everybody for watching the Wyndham video that me and Luke did. I had a blast. I know Luke had a blast too.
Yeah,
Laughing and everything while I'm going off roading like 100 miles an hour, smashing through cactuses and and tree limbs and a bunch of other stuff. And sometimes soon, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be seeing a very small episode of LJPCBM Reacts, where he reacts that video I did on the Toyota Supra going off the cliff. But if you guys want to see it, it's on my YouTube channel. You can check it out and everything. But for the random video, it was probably the best stream I've ever done. It was full of funniness and telling you guys the Xbox and the iPad and that sort of thing. It was all just madness of fun, and I really enjoyed it. So I want to say thank you guys for enjoying that one, because it was just crazy. It was a bunch of mayhem. It was just crazy. Driving around at night, 100 miles an hour, can't see a darn thing. Whether you got coyotes sneaking up on you and you don't, and then next thing you know, you hit them like, oh God, I just ran over a coyote. Yikes! Now what am I gonna do? Um, but yeah, or just going off the cliff, or have your Toyota Supra down the beach somewhere, and you got full of water, and you don't want to drive too far into the ocean to where you're gonna end up having your car, sink into the ocean, and then your car will be like, "Bye bye, Carl. It was nice knowing you," you
Wow.
know, and yeah, and you'd be crying like, "Oh my God, now look what I done to my Toyota."
Wow.
It's full of water now, out in the ocean somewhere in the beach, and it's full of water. And now I can't drive it, so now I got to drive another car like a Ford or and whatnot. And you'd be sitting there on the beach like, now how am I going to get home because my Toyota is flooded.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like so now what am I going to do?
Now we're gonna do. We're gonna do something.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anyway.
But in all seriousness, folks, I do thank you uh, for watching the wedding, the Wandom video. I don't know Wandium. Is that even a word? Is that my English teacher on the phone? Okay, tell her that I do apologize. I need to go back to school and learn English. Just tell her to hang up the phone. I'll get back to her some other time when I'm not too busy. Yeah, while I'm sipping a raspberry tea at the summertime,
Jesus,
at the, in the beach, and taking a swim, and then sit on the sand with a beach towel, and then just unwind. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yes, folks, I understand that summer's almost over. I know it kind of sucks, um, yeah. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the random video that I did with Luke Jeffers and everything, because we talked about the iPad. We talked about the iPad more than the whole game, because yeah, the iPad is a killer device from Apple. You can do a lot of great things, and of course Luke is using one right now, the iPad Pro. To interact and to do the things he does with it every day. Especially they can be great gaming devices too.
Yeah.
They can. Yeah, go ahead, Luke.
I think Rachel Media Vision said I'll be there shortly.
Okay. Well, I sent you the link there, Chris.
I think just send me a link via Instagram.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, and by the way, don't forget your ruby glass slippers. No, just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. We all like to kid ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Without hurting someone else's feelings. And all that stuff.
I meant to say there you go. I misspoke. I put thank you instead of there you go. I just didn't know what to do. I misspoke to Chris.
Yeah. But I think I know what I'm sure you'll understand, Luke. But yeah, I gotta tell you, Luke. That random video is awesome. So anyway, Luke, what are your thoughts on the random video that we did on YouTube?
Hilarious and funny, and it was like wow. And to be honest with you, guys at the BPT YouTube channel, it will have some various moments in this whole speed moments on the beach and the desert, the rocks thing.
Yeah, the stupid walks, man.
And it gave me.
It's like, what are they trying to pull? I'm trying to do, have my combo and everything, and all of a sudden the stupid watch shows up, and all that combo I done goes down the toilet.
Gave me creeps.
I'm like, what is up with that game? Come on now.
It gives me creeps because all the kids were like screaming like, "Oh, run away!" Especially the boy, the parents like, "Oh, run away! Run! There's a car coming!"
Yeah. Well, the one thing I can say is that unlike Grand Theft Auto 5, at least because I said, and that there's pedestrians and whatnot, but in Forza Horizon 5, there might be pedestrians and whatnot. Well, there's characters and whatnot, but you don't see a pedestrian on the actual game. So it's just you and a bunch of racers throughout the entire area of just wasting around and just you know just go out for a ride and not do any missions and whatnot. Just have a good time. Do 100 miles an hour. Running over cactuses and a bunch of other stuff. Not hitting a walk or hitting a tree, and then have your combo system go down the toilet. And all that hard work on building a big giant combo. And then if you hit a tree or you hit a rock, bam, it slows you down to zero. And then all the combo points you earn up to that point goes bye bye up in heaven. Yep. Courtesy of Loot Jeffers, everybody. Yeah. Copyright 2023 LJPCBM. There you go. Bye bye. Yep. And that's and that should be a soundbite too. Bye bye. But yeah. All your little combo points in Forza Horizon 5 goes bye bye once you hit a giant walk when you're in the desert, or when your car flips over. Like if your car flips over at any point when you're in the combo system, yeah, your combo points also go bye bye too. So your best bet is to not hit a tree, or hit a giant walk, or having your car. Well, that too, or having your car flip and whatnot. Because if your car flips and you're in that combo, then your combo goes bye bye, and you lose all the combo you made up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like hitting a bankrupt in Wheel of Fortune, only that it's much more serious.
More serious.
Yeah, it'd be the bankrupt kind of thing of Forza Horizon 5, where if you flip your car, you go bankrupt. If you hit a tree or you hit a rock, bankrupt. Just like Wheel of Fortune. But with the exception, there's no Pat Sajak in the racing game. And yeah, Pat, I know you're gonna be retiring, but where's our free ice cream that we promised? You should give us a free ice cream instead of this required version of this silly game. And then you'd be like, I was only kidding about the ice cream. I'm like, all right, well, where's our free ice cream? I want a ice cream on a ice cream cone. I want that. Okay, I want a Nestle drumstick, and Luke will probably want whatever ice cream he wants. I want one with a Nestle drumstick. So Pat, I want my free ice cream. We all want free ice cream. Don't give us this silly joke.
I have ice cream.
That,
or it's a dessert place at Tabby Island.
And a side and options and free ice cream. Please click on the free trial to give it a spin. Although I was only kidding about the ice cream. I'm like, seriously? I mean, yeah, okay. It was nice knowing you. Okay, well, I don't know. My head's spinning around like, okay, well, free ice cream or not, we deserve one. So if you want to donate, do that. Otherwise, yeah, okay. Then don't mention about free ice cream, because like I said, in Forza Horizon 5, you can do a lot of wacky stuff in the game. Because like I said, me and the Toyota Supra, 100 miles an hour, jumping off the cliff or jumping off the mountain, just like that one video I did. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, it does not end pretty. Yeah, because like I said, that car got a lot of took a lot of beating in that game, especially in that Wyndham video. From smashing into a giant rock, or going into the full of ocean, full of water, and then have my call flooded and drowned, and then
Yeah.
take me back into the waste and everything.
Bam.
You know, and doing donuts in the beach, and doing donuts in the water,
Donut.
and it was just all
Delicious.
crazy. Yeah.
It's like, how much you gonna eat donuts in the freaking like donut shop, for example, Krispy Kreme or Dunkin' Donuts or any kind of donut shop for once, you know?
Well, as long as it's not well, as long as you don't take Tookie to the beach.
No,
It's
no.
like name something you name something people take with them to the beach, and they'll be like turkey. What? You don't take a turkey. Well, number one, you don't want to eat wild turkey because that's nasty. Number two, you need to fully cook it, deep fry it in a butterball turkey deep fryer, and then you heat it up, you cook it, but just don't take the fried turkey into the beach because number one, you I don't know. Don't ever do that. I'm like,
Never
hey
do it.
guys, look at here. I got a deep fried turkey at the beach. It's Thanksgiving. Do you all want it? It's free.
Hey guys, yeah, yeah. We have like 9 minutes left of the stream start. My other stream starts while I'm watching YouTube, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna review. You have fun with this whole thing with Chris Kennedy, and I'll get back to you for the rest of the stream. And at some point, but oh my god, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, if Chris shows up, because we need to do the theme and everything.
Yeah, you guys need to do a theme. I'll stick around with the rest of the theme, but that's just me.
I know. But yeah, I'm trying to get. Well, like I said, I mean, well, like I say, I mean, if he's busy and everything, I mean, I gotta respect that. But I did send him the link and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really don't want him to miss out on the whole Atari 2600. Because again, it's because he loves the Atari 2600, and we can't get enough about talking about that, especially with the announcement of 2600 plus that's coming out, and I know that that's something that Chris wants to be part of and talk about it. But I understand. You got the premiere and everything. Because I don't want to make the show boring for everybody.
I don't want you to get the show boy. Once this
Yeah.
once this live stream is off, then I'll get back to you for the rest of the stream.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I know.
It's gonna take me about this whole short amount of time, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah. I know, Luke.
But that's just me.
All right.
Anyway,
Let me see.
do let me know when Chris is here. I'll come right back. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess it's just me right now. Um. All right. Let me see. Okay. Well, anyway, guys. Luke. Is doing the premiere and everything, so it would be me for the time being. Um, but I don't know if. Well, I don't know. And like I said, he's not going to be gone and whatnot. We'll have him back. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to start off by saying that we're at 59 minutes into the stream, so I hope you guys are enjoying the stream for tonight. because this is the last stream for the month of August. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is a sad duty to let you all know that the former Price is Right host Bob Barker, who was do the show for 35 years and everything, has passed away, I believe yesterday, at the age of 99, and he probably would have been 100 and whatnot, but unfortunately he passed away yesterday at the age of 99 due to natural causes. And it's really sad to hear about that. Because we lost a lot, especially in the wrestling world. Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt, and obviously, Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman. But yeah, I think Bob Barker was probably the biggest loss for this month. So it's just sad. But yeah, so before The Price is Right, he was in Truth or Consequences. And then after that, he was in Match Game as a panelist and everything. And then afterwards, from 1972, he would host the most iconic game show that's still on daytime television, and it's going to have its new season sometime either in September or October. Yeah, so and then of course he retired in 2007. And I'll never forget that too. When he had his last episode, on I believe it was June of 2007. I don't know, so don't quote me on that. I think it was June 2007. And he said goodbye and everything. And the one thing that we will always cherish in the memory of Bob Barker is him saying, "Help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered." And I think, to me, that catchphrase, that's always going to be his signature catchphrase of The Price is Right, and that is, have your pet spayed or neutered and help control the pet population. And I know that's something that you hear today on The Price is Right, going into its next season, and leaving the Bob Barker studio to a new place. I know it's not going to be easy, but at the same time, it's something. For the game show to continue on. And of course, he was in Happy Gilmore, as a golfer and everything, because he was an avid golf fan, as well as, animal rights and everything. That's why he was a vegetarian. And then he was in a wheelchair, which was kind of scary. And of course, he was in the interview of that game show documentary called Perfect Bid, the contestant who knew too much. And if you haven't seen that movie, you should check it out. If you haven't seen that documentary, check it out, because if you're a Price is Right fan, it's I won't spoil it too much, but it is free on YouTube with advertisements. So basically what it is, you got the former contestant, Ted Slauson, who I know David 3000 has done a interview with Ted Slauson. And for that movie, I'm sure he talked about everything of the movie, the whole documentary, and being a contestant and everything of the show. Yeah, and what made it, for him to be a math specialist, if you will. but yeah, so I know my good friend David 3000 um has done a on his Chillin' 3000 podcast or whatnot. He actually did an interview with with the guy Ted Slauson. And ladies and gentlemen, we got Chris Kennedy joining us.
Hi, Remix. How are you? Sorry about that. Yeah. Visiting my nephew. I was visiting my nephew Teddy, the Yorkie. He's my nephew, Teddy.
Oh. And Luke had to step away from a premiere.
Yeah. How are you, Remix? Good.
I'm hanging in there. We talked a lot of stuff in the 60 minutes. We talk a lot. The Nintendo stuff.
Yes.
And the one that we're going to talk about tonight for the theme, because I know you're very excited about, and that is the Atari 2600.
Oh, very good.
Especially with the announcement of the Atari 2600 Plus, which is coming out.
I saw that, yeah, and I saw the revised Atari 2600 system as well.
Yeah, and everybody is gonna go nuts when this comes out. And I think what's fascinating about it, and we'll talk about it in the in that theme coming up, is the ability to play the Atari 2600 cartridges that you have lying around in the house, and you'll be able to play that, and I believe the 7800. So that kind of adds the value.
Like that.
Yeah, and I do believe it's going to cost the same price as it was back, I believe, in 1977 at $200.
Oh, cool.
So, and of course, it's going to have, HDMI and everything, so you can plug it into the television. So, we'll talk about that on the theme. But right now, I'm going over the movie documentary called "Perfect Bid: The Contestant Who Knew Too Much." Which if you haven't, and like I said again, if you guys haven't seen it, it talks about the contestant known as Ted Slauson.
Yes, I saw that one. Yeah, the price is right.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Talking about everything about the contestant, and but yeah, so if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It's free on YouTube with ads, of course. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, it has Ted Slauson in it, and like I said, David 3000 did an interview with him on one of his episodes. And really talked about everything of Ted Slauson. For him being a contestant, winning some prizes and everything. Meeting Holly. Because that it was a big thing for him. And then for him coming back, being in a contestant's role, or not really contestant's role, but in the audience, shouting out prices and everything, because that's what you do in the game. I mean, it's not cheating unless if what happened, I believe 2008 or so, where the guy got the exact bid on the showcase, and this was unlike anything. I don't think that has ever happened in the show. Getting the exact bid, and it was all in this documentary. And once he said those five numbers, and he knew that he was in the hot seat and he was locked in, then that something happened. And yes, it does have some mature stuff in it, like well, not really mature stuff, but it has kind of a strong profanity to it. The F-bombs and all that stuff, which I won't say. Yeah, check it out. The Perfect Bid, the contestant who knew too much. It's on YouTube. Check it out. if you like the documentaries. Um, but anyway, I know you probably heard about the news, but yeah, so we pay tribute to the late Bob Barker.
I don't believe it. It might
Oh,
not.
I know. I can't either.
It might not be true, friends, because you know how like certain news sources like to stretch truth. But I hear like a growing like news source saying, "Oh, Bob Barker," you know. But I still don't believe. I don't want to believe it until something confirmed.
And we got Lennon's kitchen saying hi and hello, Lennon,
Hi,
and
Lennon.
thank you for stopping by. And of course, we'll be back doing this premiere. And so as soon as Luke comes back from the premiere, we will discuss the Atari 2600 and everything. Because there's a lot of stuff about the 2600. So anyway, and of course, you got the Price is Right home games and everything. You got the one by Game Tech for Commodore and DOS. And then you had the Tiger Electronic handheld of the 90s, and of course the video games, the PS3. I had the Xbox 360 version of the Price is Right Decades on the Xbox. Never had the Wii versions of either the first one or the 2010 edition. I only had the Decades. Well, and there was Decades obviously on the Wii, but I only had the 360 because the 360 could do HD graphics and everything. But yeah,
Yes.
so
I played both the 2008 version a long time ago and the
yeah.
Decades version. And I want to get those games again, actually.
Mhm. And of course, I played the DOS version.
Yeah, the DOS version's number one. And I also like the board games.
Yeah.
But my favorite's the DOS version. But I like the board games like Bit It Right and then the 1973 version all the way to the new Price is Right all the way to the 1986 version and of course the 2004 version.
Mhm.
I don't like the 1998 version of the board game pretty much because it was like an exact replica of the 1986 version, but and it
Right.
didn't have any props to it, like game pieces to it, game props, but you had a lot more choice in the 2004 version.
Mhm.
But yeah, I like
Um.
playing Price is Right at home. Even
But
for
yeah,
the
I do remember the DOS one. Um. I don't know, and I think what's weird of the DOS version is the pricing games are kind of weird. I mean,
they
one
could be.
one that was totally new to the DOS version of the game that you don't see on the actual show, and some that you actually do see on the show, but it really don't make a lot of sense in a way.
Had
I don't
variation.
know. I mean, at least for me playing it. And of course, you got the showcase showdown wheel, that you spin the wheel and everything.
For example, my
Um,
climber is based off of cliffhangers. However, the dollar values are
hmm
the variant of the what I think they go up to $300.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do remember playing the DOS version. And like I said, when I launch Remix Games, I'm definitely gonna be tackling some DOS games because DOS games is something I want to do and whatnot. Like the educational games and that I talked about. Um, and of course, the game that I really enjoy the most from 1997 is a game called Acid Tetris.
Yes.
Which not only is a great Tetris clone kind of game on DOS, but it also has great music as well. And I really like the soundtrack. And obviously, they had to change the name, due to the copyright. So they changed it to something Super Acid Block Attack or something like that. But they do have a website. I don't know if it's still up there or not. But on that site, you could download the songs that were in the game. And I do like the music in the game. I like that one. I like pretty much all of them, but there's two of them I like. There's the that I don't know. I can't think of the name of the title. But yeah, the music's really great, and yeah, I like this game a lot. And I think I played it on a old 95 PC. That went DOS. I don't know if it was able to win that game because that game was like 97.
Yes.
But there you go. Yeah, and I also discussed the new look of Brand Plumber Television and BPT because again, both the logo and the channel layout got a new fresh paint, a bold new logo. Because I did this while I was playing Forza Horizon 5, and I wanted to give the channel a complete new makeover. So yeah, BPT has a brand new look and everything, as well as the channel layout. So when you see my YouTube channel, you see the brand new BPT look, and it looks really nice. And I did it with Windows 11 and PowerPoint, and yeah, and it turned out really good. And so the old BPT logo is going bye bye, and I say hello to the brand new BPT
They said, yeah.
layout.
I'll be right there soon, Mother. I'm on the stream now.
And it's completely new and everything, and there you go. So for those of you, yeah, so it's still me. It's just a brand new logo. I worked hard on it, and Luke enjoys it, and I know Western Media Vision likes the new look, and I do too. Because it's a dawn of a new era of BPT.
Gotcha.
So it's a dawn of a new era. For the logo and for the whole channel layout, and I'm very proud of the outcome.
Yeah. Hey, Remix, can I say something real quick? Teddy said hi. My nephew said hi to you before, and he said hi to the audience actually just a few minutes ago.
Oh,
I don't know
hi.
if you saw him on camera,
Mm-hmm.
but he did say hi.
Mm-hmm.
He did say hi, now I understand. So there he is, my nephew, just for those of you wondering. I'm sorry to interrupt, Remix.
Yeah, and it's alright.
I just wanted to put Teddy on camera just for a minute.
It's all good. And okay, and Lucas still premiering a video. I don't know what video is premiering. But yeah, so the new look, BBT, and yeah, so it's a dawn of a new era, like I said, and of course, I also made the announcement of doing a brand new game show that I'm going to be doing. I just have to figure out everything.
Cool.
The one thing I got to figure out is the gameplay and how that's going to be. But I will say though, this is going to be based on the on the toy, the 1993 toy that turns 30 this year and is in my Hall of Fame and whatnot. This is and I'm gonna take the phone so you guys can hear that lovely noise. So this is based on this toy from 1993. Here it is. Yeah, that.
Is that
So
the
I press the word button, and that takes me to typewriter, to the type in drill, into the new game show that I'm going to be doing. And I done this on FWL season 9 when Luke was playing it, but unfortunately he had problems with his Mac, and we had to end it on a cliffhanger. So yeah, I know that Luke was so upset that it ended on a cliffhanger because we were having so much fun with this, and then his computer kind of crapped out and everything, and so it ended on a cliffhanger. Hopefully, we'll do it for season 10 of FWLX, because I think this would be another great game into the addition of the games. Because, like I said, FWLX is going to be big, and hopefully, Luke will. Look everything of FWLX, with the new logo and everything, and make this unlike any other season he's ever done. And like I said, I'm proud of the new BPT logo because I created it in PowerPoint and everything, and it looks nice, and I love it. And you see, guys, this is why I don't make cheesy logos. I don't do that.
Gotcha.
Because I when it comes to logos and everything, I always look at what font am I going to use, and and what give it the character and everything. Because I created a lot of logos and stuff. Because 2023, like I said on the stream, has been the year of each of these logos getting a major refresh. And now we're already looking ahead to the fall with this one and everything. So, but yeah, FWX is going to be huge. It's going to be unlike any season you've ever seen, and I know that that Lou will give us details on some of the new stuff he's going to be doing and some of the things he's going to be removing and whatnot. And to make it an experience of a lifetime, making it great and make it big for season 10. Because apparently FWX had some production troubles and everything, especially the whole money issue and everything, because of the strike that's going on still. So that's why that he's so it's not what he wanted for FWX, but I know that it's still going to happen, and the new look and everything, and it's going to be. I'm hoping to be the ultimate game changer of what season 10 is going to be, and as long as Luke follows the path on making the show great, and because like I said, FWL is more like a podcast than anything else in general, because that's what this stream's all about tonight. It's the podcast stream. You can be creative and while at the same time having fun, interact with the audience, and come up with something unique and something brand new that people have never seen before. So, like I said, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of changes to FWLX, with the new logo and everything. It's just going to be a complete new thing. So we're rooting for you, Luke, and we really are. And because, like I said, I'm working on a game show, a new game show, and everything. Sorry about that. Yeah, and I can't really see what I'm pressing here. Yeah, it's and it's just the sound of the toy pressing keys.
Yeah.
I think, and I got it wrong. Nope. Well, I don't even know what I'm spelling. But anyway, so while we wait for Luke to come back from the premiere, this is so loud, and I really wish I could turn down the volume. I can't play this during nighttime because it's kind of noisy. That's how loud this is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta fix that. Oh my god. Oh, got it. All right. Oh, that's loud. But yeah, I got it right. But yeah, so and like I said, so this new game show is going to be based on this toy from 1993, and like I said, there's going to be a point system, just like the game, though it's going to be much different. And I think what I'll do, I don't know. Again, I'll have to come up with a gameplay and what that's going to be. Because I can't really say much other than I just announced it.
Yeah.
So that's that much I can't say at this point. But yeah, so if you hear this, ladies and gentlemen, then yeah, that's the toy. All right, turn that off. So that's the toy, and like I said, this is in my Hall of Fame. It's one of the best toys of 1993 from Radio Shack / Tandy. In my and where I was born at. So
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, and so anywho's, so now that we went over a lot, we talked about pretty much the whole shebang. And I'm glad, and again, I want to say that I'm glad everybody enjoyed the random video that I did with Luke on that racing game. It was a lot of fun. And again, I talked a lot on the iPad and that stream. Well, because that's one of the things too about the iPad, because Luke has an iPad Pro, and I want to save up and get an iPad if my mother lets me. But I digress. But yeah, I mean, yeah. So if you have an iPad, you go into the App Store and then you search. If you want to play games and whatnot, you want to be able to do all that. I mean, yeah, you got Apple Arcade, which is awesome. For Apple devices like iPad and iPhone. But if you search for one on the App Store called Xbox, if you have an Xbox Series S or X, you can download the free Xbox app and turn on remote play, and you'll be able to play games that you got on your Xbox and play it on your iPad. And you can use an Xbox controller while you play the game. And again, like I said in the video, it's so revolutionary. How far we come, in a portable gaming, because again, the Game Boy in '89, and Atari did it too with the Lynx, but the Lynx, even though it had color and everything, but they really didn't like it was bulky and whatnot, and that I think it ran 6 AA batteries, which it would eat those batteries, it would munch those batteries, it would drain them to no end. And I've heard of the Atari Lynx. I never owned one, but it was big, giant,
Oh my.
and yeah, yeah. But yeah, the Game Gear had its own fate, with 6 AA batteries, and you only get 2.5 hours, all on 6 AA batteries. I mean, yeah, which was that's why Game Boy really reigned supreme in the '90s. game. Like I said, Sega failed on that. NEC failed with the Turbo Express. Atari, yeah. So pretty much the '90s, it was no match for the Nintendo Game Boy. Um, even the Wonder Swan, which was Gunpei Yokoi's creation, but unfortunately, he never got to see the Wonder Swan happen. Because he died in a horrific accident in '97 in October, and speaking of October, October is going to be like the 26th anniversary, I think, of the passing of Mr. Game Boy, Gunpei Yokoi.
Yeah.
Because he left Nintendo in '96 after 31 years, and then he started work on the Wonder Swan, and unfortunately, I did think it happened, but I don't think it came here in America. So, but yeah, the Wonder Swan, what was his last handheld before his tragic traffic accident that happened in October '97.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the Wonder Swan was by Bandai.
Oh yes.
And yes, Bandai is really huge when it comes to the toys and stuff. So the Wonder Swan is a handheld game console by Bandai. It was developed by Gunpei Yokoi's company, Koto Labs. Yep, that's right. And it was the last piece of hardware he developed before he died in 1997. Yep. Wonder Swan color. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the Wonder Swan never came out in North America. It was only in Japan.
Yes.
Both the Wonder Swan and the color version.
Gotcha.
It never saw the light of day here outside of Japan.
Oh yeah.
That kind of sucks. I mean, it would have been neat, but
What is it?
like I said, Game Boy was on top. And I know Luke, you're gonna hate me for this, but when Pokemon came out, it was like the most.
What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's alright. Yeah, I know the dogs. I can relate to that too.
Yeah, my
They get loud and they bark for no apparent reason, but anywho.
nephew's going crazy, and he's driving me.
Yeah.
Yep, that's my nephew.
Mhm.
Apparently, I like him though, but he's all right. Thing is, he doesn't.
Yeah.
So he's very temperamental. You never know.
Yeah. So Wonder Swan sold 3.5 million units. Only picked up 8% of the market share and was outperformed by the GBA. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
It's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we never saw Wonder Swan, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And again, it was a shame too. But yeah, it says here he was involved in the development of the new handheld, but died in '97 in a car accident. Yep.
Oh my.
And he's the guy that did the Virtual Boy. Yeah, we all remember that. The Virtual Boy was a failure.
Yeah. I didn't like
You
Virtual
know?
personally.
Yeah, I know it gave everybody headaches and everything, and if you look at Red and Black for long periods of time,
Absolutely.
I'm afraid you won't see the color red, and you be and you be kind of colorblind
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was a commercial failure. As of March 2021, it is Nintendo's lowest selling standalone console.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, the Wii U that sold 13.6. Yeah, I tell you, 2012 was not a great year for Nintendo.
It's not. Only good thing that happened then is Kid Icarus. I mean Kid or whatever you remember.
The Kid Icarus, yeah.
Yeah. 3DS. Yeah. It's the only thing good that happened then.
All right. Um. Yeah. So that's pretty much the whole gaming thing. Um.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I think we need to go ahead and go over the Atari 2600 while Luke comes back
Yeah, sure.
from a premiere,
Sounds good.
and
Yeah.
you can jump in on the whole Atari 2600 because as we mentioned, Atari is coming out with the 2600 Plus, and I know everybody is excited for it. For people who want to experience the 2600 again, and yeah, so they're going to be able to enjoy it. And I know that you're excited for the 2600 Plus.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I am. Now my question is, are they gonna bring back the old arcade? I mean, the old games for the Atari?
I don't know. And okay, so I said $199 is actually going to be 130. So I guess that's good. $129. That's pretty good. And I said 199. $199 was way back in 1977. So I kind of screwed that up.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy your favorite Atari 2600 and 7800 games on one system. Not only the 2600 Plus Pro double cartridge duty, it also features HDMI and widescreen for easy connectivity to modern televisions. Jump right into the included CS40 Plus joystick and a 10-in-1 game cartridge that features some of the most famous games. And I am so excited because this game you can play on this new cartridge thing. It's gonna have my favorite Atari 2600 game, Adventure.
Gotcha.
Yes, Adventure, Mr. Command, and probably my other favorite game is Y'all's Revenge
Yes, indeed.
by the great Howard Scott Warshaw.
Oh
That
yeah.
is an awesome game. And Adventure by Warren Robinette, that is my favorite game. And like I said, before there was Legend of Zelda, before there was any of that, you had Adventure on the Atari. And being able to play Adventure, it's going to be amazing,
Yeah.
playing that game because I love Adventure. It's an awesome game.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Sorry about Teddy.
so,
He's not.
yeah, it's alright.
not
And Luke is back with us. Alright.
cool.
Hey guys, I'm back from a stream hosted by my good friend Alex Paris as we speak.
Uh huh.
So, yeah, since we're talking Atari 2600, that's what we're talking about as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. And we all talking about the 2600 Plus. And yeah, so again, Luke, you're gonna hear Teddy in the background.
Yeah, my nephew. Teddy.
Well, the dog. I mean,
That's my nephew. Yep, the puppy.
yeah.
You're correct. Yep.
I just because I like I said, I mean, I don't want to have my brain scrambled.
No problem. I'll take him away soon.
No, well, like I said, I mean,
I just want to spend some time with some.
it's alright. I mean,
Oh, thank
What's
you.
going
do what you
good?
gotta do.
Fight that a
Out of
bit.
the
It's
way.
all good.
Say hi to Luke in Remix.
Hey Teddy, how you doing?
Say hi.
Yeah, hello, Teddy.
Say hi. Yeah, he's coming near you, so yep. He says hi.
Yep.
I'm gonna put him on camera
Uh,
quick.
so
Say hi to everybody. You got him, Teddy? There you go, dear Teddy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So the Atari 2600 Plus is an updated version of the iconic 2600. Has been enhanced for the following in the following ways, and plays both 2600 and the 7800 game cartridges. And again, for a lot of people out there who have those cartridges, they're gonna be able to play it, and which is gonna be awesome. And yes, Adventure. I love that game, and I'm glad that's going to be in this new 10 and 1 thing. So excited. I really am. Because, again, before there was The Legend of Zelda, we had Adventure.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't know if it's going to be able to play that one game in particular, because I like that game a lot on the 2600. Um, it's a really cool game on the 2600. It came out in 2012. It's really cool, and I've beaten that game a lot of times. And who knew that a platformer, you can play a platform game on, like I said, this is not Pitfall or anything like that, but this is a game that's actually a platformer, and you got, it's really cool. It's a really cool game. I don't know if you can play it on this, but I don't see why not. I mean, because like I said, even though it's not a Atari licensed game, but it does play on the Real Atari console. Because I like this game, I can't get enough of it. It's called the name of the game is called Princess Rescue.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
It is a really cool game. It's awesome. Because I've beaten that game a lot, and I've gotten a big high score in that game. I like that game a lot. It's on the 2600. You can't buy the physical cartridge anymore. That kind of sucks. It's from Atari Age, but yeah, it's really cool. It's a really cool game. Um, HDMI output, making it easy to connect. Widescreen support. Enlarged cartridge socket reduces sticking. And you're gonna like this, Chris. The Atari logo lights up when you play it.
Cool.
The system comes with a CS40 Plus joystick, which has been lovingly recreated the same specs as the original, and a 10 and 1 game cartridge. That's gonna be coming as well. Uh, of Atari's most famous games, and that includes one of my favorites, Adventure, uh, Combat, Dodge 'em, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Wheel Sports Volleyball, Surround, I think. Oh no, okay, Volleyball. Surround, Video Pinball, and of course, my favorite game, Y'all's Revenge.
Pretty awesome. Wonderful stuff.
Yep, and that's what it looks like, and the 10 games in one. Yeah, Y'all's Revenge is awesome. I like that game a lot.
Yeah.
There's the joystick. Yep, 10 games in one, compatible with 2600 and 7800. So if you didn't get rid of those old cartridges, well, you're going to be able to breathe life again and play those classic games again with the 2600 plus.
Exactly.
Now all they need to do is get one for Nintendo, NES, or Coleco.
Well, I don't know, but Coleco maybe, but Nintendo, I have no idea. But I don't know.
No.
But I know that Chris is stoked for the 2600 plus.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know I am, because, like I said, I don't. I mean, like I said, as we did the stream, as we begun the stream, I never had a 2600 or the games growing up, because I had the NES. And I love that thing, and I still do, still to this day. One of my all time favorite game systems ever created. I tell you, 80s was awesome, especially 1985. You know, because like I said, 83 was the video game crash, and then 2 years, Nintendo bought gaming back to the households.
Yes.
You know,
2 years later,
and and enjoy video games again.
I remember I didn't like the video game crash of 83, 84.
No, it was sad, and I hate to say this, but this is the 40th anniversary of this crash.
Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, and the one, and that one game that really kind of killed it. I mean, Pac-Man sold really well, but they didn't really like the game that
Not
much.
really ET. It was the 5200 that killed it, and that
Yeah.
5200.
Yeah.
Not
I mean,
really
I saw
ET.
this on the AVGN movie in 2014, thinking,
Yeah.
oh my god, it was shocking, you know?
Oh, I know. It's just imaginable.
Pac-Man for Atari wasn't what I was expecting, but it didn't matter. It was still a good game regardless.
But like I said, even with the video game crash, they still continue to make the games for it. Just like the Intellivision from 1984 to 1990.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
And even if you hated Pac-Man on the Atari 2600, you could play Miss Pac-Man, because it was certainly a lot better than the Pac-Man game. Because the Pac-Man game, it didn't make a lot of sense for a lot of people. I mean, it was good, but the ghosts were flashing too much,
and the fruit looked
Pac-Man,
like square.
Yeah, and Pac-Man wasn't able to move and whatnot like in the arcade, and there was a lot of stuff that people didn't like in the 2600, because you had to move.
Fry wasn't one of the top programmers back then. Todd Fry.
Yeah.
He had
although G4 Icons, they someone mistaken Howard Walshaw, who created Pac-Man, but that is totally not true, because that was a error in G4 Icons when that one person said him developing it, but it was actually Todd Fry and not Howard Walshaw.
Todd Fry,
because he was the guy that did ET.
Yeah.
So there was a small error on G4 Icons, and it's not totally accurate.
Todd Fry wasn't the greatest programmer, but he did an alright job. I mean, those two games,
Yeah,
ET were alright. I enjoyed playing still for value.
But even though the quality was crap, but at least the game,
I liked it.
What was a bestseller, regardless.
Yeah, quality was no good, but I liked the gameplay. Gameplay trumped quality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And just like me with Sonic 3D Blast, everybody hates this game. I actually enjoy it because I do like the game. There's some issues with it, but I do play it because, but like I said, I really prefer the director's cut than I do with the original. But yeah, that's a whole different subject. But yeah, Pac-Man, and like I said, Miss Pac-Man on the 2600. That's one game you can play if you don't like the Pac-Man game. And Pac-Man probably would have been better on the 5200 had it not been for that god awful controller.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to the 5200, and its demise was that stupid controller that broke.
Yeah.
And it was a piece of junk.
That Pac-Man was very good on the Coleco and the NES.
Yeah, definitely the NES. The ones by Tengen and Namco, because they're basically the same thing. Either the 1988 one or the 1993 one. They look the same. It's just a updated title, copyright info. Instead of saying Tengen, it just says Namco. But yeah, so
Pac-Man, but I like the Tengen version much better.
yeah, and Miss Pac-Man, yeah. We can kind of say that the Tengen one is far superior over the one that came out in late '93 on the NES, but it wasn't bad. It just wasn't as good as the Tengen one. But yeah, and of course, Pac-Man probably plays much better on the 7800 because the controls were better. I mean, still not great, but the controllers were improved, and you could play the Pac-Man games on the 7800.
I believe we talked about this the other day. Yes.
Yeah, and you can play that on the 2600 plus.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just something. But yeah, so the 2600 plus can play both the original 2800 and 2600 and the 7800.
Yes.
So 2600. I meant to say 2600. I went too fast. But yeah, so HDMI for the 2600 plus. And sadly, the Atari VCS, which was a modern console that had Windows or Linux on it, and I thought it was cool, but I don't know. It just I don't think the thing sold well, and that was really a shame.
Oh my.
It was really a shame for the VCS because I wanted it to do really well, and I know Luke probably remembers this whole VCS thing. He was excited about it, and then
Excited about it, but it was just like
it was a weather disappointment.
I couldn't be able to do something on the VCS thing. But
yeah, it was just a weather disappointment.
Apple Atari 2600 Plus, which is exciting. I saw which is a good friend of mine named Eric Lima, thinking he's excited about it more than I do, because I'm like, wow, I'm very excited about this. I haven't even thought about buying it yet, especially
at $129.
Which is exciting. If you watch this, Eric, it's for you. But I'm thinking it was a great experience,
And now I'm looking at the CX30 Plus paddle controller bundle.
Yeah.
That you get 2 paddles and you get 4-in-1 game cartridge that I'm looking at on the website, and that's gonna be sold for $40. So it has a paddle controller and you get 4 games on this. Has a wet fire button that's built to last. So the 4 games you get on this one is Breakout, Cannon Bomber, Night Driver, and Video Olympics.
Yeah.
And I know everybody liked Breakout on the 2600, as well as Night Driver, because that was another great one.
Yes.
There's Berserk. Oh wow, I'm looking at the packaging for the 2600 game, and this is going to be the first. This is going to be the first time in the history of Atari, in nearly 50 years, that an Atari 2600 game in a cartridge or in a box is going to have a ESRB rating for the very first time on a Atari system.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna have an ESRB. And like I said, I know way back in the 80s there wasn't no Waiden's system until then. But yeah, so this is gonna be the first to have a for Atari in a box, and it has a ESRB Waiden. It's not in the cartridge, but it's in the actual box. like Berserk here, and it's rated E for everyone. So that's the first time that a 2600 game is gonna have a ESRB thing on the bottom. That's a first.
Well, I'm glad to say that I'm happy to say that I got the original Berserk cartridge.
Hmm. And here's another game called Mr. One and Jump.
Mr. What?
Mr. One and Jump.
Mr. Run and Jump. Wow.
Yeah. And this one also has the ESRB on the bottom, which has E for everyone. So this is another game that has the E for everyone.
Yes.
Mr. One and Jump, the adventure platformer, makes a milestone game in history. For Atari's first official 2600 cartridge since 1990.
Wow. Gotcha.
Atari 2600 wide release game cartridges are playable on the new 2600 Plus and the original Atari hardware, so you can play it on both the new one and the original 1977.
Oh, cool.
So that means if you have the old Atari 2600, you'll be able to play it on the old one.
Very good.
So that's pretty nice. I mean, that's props for Atari for doing that.
Indeed.
That's awesome. They're gonna have a T-shirt that you can get for $32. And they're gonna have the paddle and whatnot. So yeah, the 2600 Plus, I think it's awesome, and I think it's and I'm hoping it's gonna be a huge seller coming through this holiday season.
Yeah.
And for people to rediscover Atari 2600. For people who like me, who haven't really discovered 2600 in its glory, and you be able to do it. You be able to do so again.
Yep.
For Atari fans everywhere.
Atari fans there, like my friend Eric Lima, if he's watching this.
Yeah, like Eric and Chris Kennedy and. And like I said, for me, playing one of my favorite games on the 2600 Adventure, and like I said, that's the one game that everybody still talks about still to this day is Adventure. Because again, before there was a Legend of Zelda, that's what you had is Adventure.
Wow.
Say my name.
Mm-hmm. I said for Atari fans out there like Eric and Chris.
Yeah, exactly. My friend Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And so Atari 2600 Plus, very exciting, and by the looks of this, the pre-orders are now live on Amazon, so you can pick this up at Amazon.com.
Yes, exactly.
So I'm sure everybody's gonna twist their what because they're gonna be pretty excited.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, so $129. That's how much it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Even though I said $199, but it's actually $129. So because $199 was all the way back in 1977, and this one's gonna be $129.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yep. So you'll be able to get this at Amazon.com, and that's awesome. So you can buy it from Atari's website or buy it on Amazon. I tell you, this is probably gonna be the hottest gift. For people to discover the Atari 2600 and its library of games.
Mm-hmm.
From that time period.
Oh yes.
Whether if it's a game that's super bad that you don't want to play it, or a game that's gonna stick with you, or be stuck to you, as a treasure. Like for me, it would be Adventure, because that game holds a treasure for me, because that's one of my favorite games on the 2600. Because like I said, there's a crap ton of 2600 games and whatnot, and both good and bad. I mean, yeah, ET. I mean, now if people
something like that.
if people are gonna try to find, now I'm sure that people are gonna try to find, the ET game on eBay. Well, all I can say is good luck, because if you have ET, then number one, what are you doing? And number two, if you're gonna play it on the 2600 plus, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Because, like I said, the movie was fantastic, but the video game, I'm like, really? You're gonna go back to like 40, 41, 40, 41 years of we live in this madness of ET for the 2600.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's gonna be like a joke. I mean, like I said, here's what I would do. Play some good games. Don't play crappy games. Play games like Adventure or Y'all's Revenge.
Yeah, those are good too. Yeah, I know. I just played it's just that I play E.T. and Pac-Man for the retro cheesy value, but I also play, that doesn't mean I don't play Pitfall. I play Pitfall.
Or play Pitfall. Or the sequel.
I play that so much myself too. And I also it's another great Atari 2600 game, Centipede.
Yeah.
Centipede and Moon Patrol. You'll love to play those too.
I like Moon Patrol.
Yeah, I wasn't getting those games during the Atari 50 game, but I could, because it won't let me get the chance to play it during the Seismic Starcade series, which again created by my good friend Eric Lima, but now created by me, which is a good series, by the way. But I couldn't.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think Moon Patrol, I believe it was a game by IWM.
Wow.
Yes, it was.
This, and like I said, because their claim to fame was an arcade game that was originally ported to the NES called Kung Fu.
Kung Fu, that's what made them popular. Yep, that.
By the great IWM.
10-Yard Fight they created too.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love playing that game.
Yeah, that game, and IWM, and of course they also did the famous space shooter called R-Type.
Yeah.
Yep, they were good.
They were good.
And even though the good games and everything like R-Type, but the thing is if you die at one point, I believe there's no checkpoints in it. If you die, you start all the way back.
Wow.
And well, like I said, Konami's greatest. If you die, you start back from a checkpoint. And Life Force is one of my favorite games too on the NES, because at least if you die on that one, you spawn where you're at. No checkpoint and everything. You just spawn immediately from where you're at. And that's why I like Life Force so much. Because I do like space shooters, but I don't like games that are punishing, especially where if you die, you go all the way back. I'm like, who wants to, do that? I mean, yeah, I know it's a famous game by IWM, but at the same time, I mean, all that effort, you lose all your power-ups, and then you go all the way back, and no checkpoints. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Where the other... There's all my whites, right? Where are my colors?
But yeah, Moon Patrol, yeah, it's a really good game. I believe I played the 2600 version of it. I had it on Game Boy Color, It was part of that arcade thingamajig that had that game and Spy Hunter on the Game Boy Color, because I didn't have as much games on the GBC as much as I wanted. But yeah, Moon Patrol, really cool game. And another game that a lot of people like on Atari 2600 by Activision is a game called River Raid.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, River Raid.
And I think River Raid is an awesome game. It's a timeless classic. My not my mother, but my other mother in Louisiana. This is one of her favorite games on the 2600. Yeah, this is one of her favorite 2600 games is River Raid, and I can agree too, because it's a really good game. And there's also a sequel as well.
Yeah, it's also a sequel. Yeah.
Yeah, River Raid 2.
Return to the
And of course, Centipede's great. Millipede I really like more. I like Millipede.
Yeah, I like Millipede too as well.
And you know, and you got the classic 2600 games, you know, like Combat or Warlords. I know that game because it's a full player kind of game. I know what Warlords is. It's this thing bouncing back and forth, and it hits the brick and whatnot on you know. But yeah, I think Warlords is a cool game. I remember that game quite a bit. But you know, like I said, there's so many great Atari 2600 games. You know that you want to keep them like for treasure. And like I said, that they also did this
Gotcha.
this one I don't know. It's something. Well, no, not ice. I don't know, but one of them has Waterworld, and it's not no relation to the Kevin Costner movie, which didn't do so well. It bombed terribly, I believe, in '95 or '96. But yeah, so we're not talking about the movie version. We're talking about the Waterworld that was on the Atari. I forgot it was one of a series of games that Atari had in the '80s.
Yes.
It was water and fire and different kind of Atari games that they had. It was a contest and whatnot. I kind of forgot the name of it, but yeah. So Waterworld was in it, and again, not the movie. Yeah, so it was one of those games. And of course, Breakout. I mean, who can't who can't forget the game Breakout? I mean, I certainly can't. And you got your Pac-Man in 1981 or '82, and then you got E.T. Being the worst. And that's what killed the video game. And like I said, it wasn't really Howard's fault. It was just time constraints, and he only had 5 to 6 weeks to produce the game.
Leave it there.
It was just crazy.
That's it for now. Let's turn it up.
I mean, he wasn't no Superman like Satoru Iwata at HAL Laboratory.
Exactly.
Or could I say the late great Satoru Iwata?
Look in that basket on top.
Because Satoru Iwata, he was a Superman. But for Howard, I mean, 5 to 6 weeks making ET,
Yeah.
and it ended up a disaster.
Wait a second.
I mean, it was just a mess for that game.
So there you go.
But yeah, so there's a bunch of others too. But yeah, Luke. So overall, Luke, are you excited for the 2600 plus?
I'm excited, yes.
Thanks to whatever left it there.
I know Chris is too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like this chat that we're doing.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
And,
I'm take my dress.
but yeah, there's a lot of great Atari games.
Hold on.
They still there? Then I must have just taken the other one.
Yeah. Sorry, Luke.
And the jacket.
I gave you a blue one.
That's what I took.
I'm sorry, folks. Give me a second.
No, it's all right.
That's what I took. All right. So,
We understand.
Wait,
Right, Luke?
you forgot.
Yeah, we understand. Yeah.
Because at least you're having fun tonight, Luke.
yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
As long as you don't have a cookie monster knocking on your
Oh
door
my God.
wanting a giant cookie.
Three.
Just the tights and the thing.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, I mean, it's like Mr. Bucket changing Billy's diaper.
Oh
Sorry.
God. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Max. Yeah.
And like I said too on the random video, if I see Mr. Bucket coming in my door, I'm gonna have my sledgehammer whammy weddy. I'm gonna have my sledgehammer weddy, not sledgehammer whammy. Okay, I'm gonna have it whammy, and I'm gonna destroy it.
Jesus.
I meant to say weddy, but I said whammy. It's like, okay, I'm gonna get my sledgehammer whammy and whammy this Mr. Bucket and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it all tongue tied and everything.
Teddy.
Wow.
I screwed up.
It's crazy.
But it was all good fun.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie.
You're not gonna lie. No.
It's like color a dinosaur. Where you color a bunch of polka dots on a dinosaur.
By the way, stay tuned for Size of Starcade episode on Color Dinosaur on my main channel. You'll see why I failed.
Yeah. Yep. And also the 2600 also had some educational games too, and this was before like the Sega Pico and a bunch of educational games you could play on the NES. Atari kind of did it first with the educational games too, because I think that's something we forgot to mention on the education theme podcast is the education games that were on the 2600.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I talked about the Sega Club games that were on the Genesis and everything. In the Sega Pico. And again, I still think Leaf Florida is awesome. And it's like I said too. I'm really gonna miss Map Blaster. I really am. And Jumpstart. And those are the games. Those are the games I'm gonna do on Remix Games. I'm gonna do a bunch of DOS games, like I told Chris earlier. So yeah, folks, be on the lookout as I play DOS games on Remix Games. So it's gonna be awesome. I might suck, but you know what? It's gonna be an all good fun.
All good fun. We gotta have fun. Anyway, I'm joking.
Yeah. Unless you play Tommy's Wheel of Misfortune.
Oh God. Yeah, you saw that on my main channel. Wise, go check it out.
That's a really cool game, and I gotta tell you, we really gotta do a showdown of that.
We gotta do a showdown. Yeah, I'm gonna do mine on my main channel. Go check it. Yeah, I did a showdown between me and you.
Now just imagine, if Okay, I know, Luke. I know this is gonna sound funny and silly to you at the same time, but just imagine, Luke, on the Wheel of Misfortune Tommy game and whatnot. Imagine Mr. Bucket versus Cool Cat versus Cookie Monster versus what's the other one? Bonnie, maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it'd be Cool Cat. It would be Mr. Bucket. Oh my God.
What's the names?
I totally forgot. I totally forgot.
You
Sorry.
said
I know.
yeah, I was told you're forgetting the names, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, I would imagine
Cookie Monster.
having them as contestants on Misfortune, and then Mr. Butter gets a bankrupt and then he just leaves the game. Is like, I don't want to play this anymore. I'm hitting bankrupt. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go do other things. Screw this game. Screw all of you. I'm done.
Oh God, we're gonna kill me, boy.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and then he'll be like, I don't play the stupid game anymore. I gotta go change Billy's diaper. I don't have time for this nonsense.
Oh God. Oh my
I'm
God.
tired of this crap.
If you look back at my video on my Wheel More Misfortune video on the YouTube channel with him,
Yeah.
I made Tay on there on my main channel with Remix as a guest. This is what I did, and he won. So if you check out my main channel, I'm gonna pause it right there to this point here. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Hang on. You want
Just total nonsense.
the bonus. I'm gonna show you this on screen share, okay? And
All
it has to
right.
do with thing, okay? But I'm walking into 8 minutes and 9 seconds, okay? But it has to do with
Yeah.
this thing here,
All right.
okay? But I'll mark it at this video. Here we go. Here he is.
Oh yeah, that game. Yeah, it is a cool game.
Wow.
What is the prices? What game is this?
But yep, this was the game.
What game is this again?
Oh, Columbia.
I'm sorry, what game is this again, Remix?
There you go.
Tommy's Wheel Misfortune on DOS.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright, now to go back to the top layout. There we go. Magic as easy as 1, 2, 3. Okay. So yeah, I was just going over a bunch of rubbish stuff, talking about Wheel of Misfortune. Like, what if Mr. Butter goes 1-on-1 against, well, not only against Cool Cat but also a bunch of others. That would be fun. Like,
That would be fun.
would that be interesting in a Brandon Palmer television video? Well, because like I said, so it's a dawn of a new era. So I mean, you never know, folks. I mean, come on, you never know.
You never know.
I mean, heck, you can even play that game on your Xbox. You fire up Edge, you go on Archive and you search for that game and just plug in a keyboard and a mouse and you can actually play that game on the web browser full screen on the Xbox. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, you can probably do the same thing on the iPad as well. I mean, I don't see why not, but I'm sure you can do that too.
Exactly.
But yeah, so but yeah, Tower 2600 had some educational games too. I think there was a Sesame Street one on the 2600. I believe so. Because like I said, if a Cookie Monster shows up in Luke's bedroom, he's gonna be yelling at him and be saying, "Out!"
I said, get away, Cookie Monster! No.
Yeah, I know. And well, like I said, just tell them nicely that I'm sorry, Cookie Monster. I don't have this mega giant chocolate chip cookie. Go. Be like, go pester somebody else. I don't have time to play your foolishness. And if you come again, well, we'll see what happens.
Yes. Thank your honeys from Cookie Monster.
I don't know. Are you gonna have nightmares of the Cookie Monster while you're sleeping in your bed?
Oh my god! Or
Instead of counting, instead of counting pids, you be dreaming about the Cookie Monster wanting that delicious chocolate chip cookie. So you have to run out to a grocery store like Kroger or whatever and buy some chocolate chip cookies.
Oh my god!
Or Walmart. Save money, live better. I think not.
Oh god!
I know.
Jesus. Yeah. On this 877 cash now opera thing, which is stupid.
Yeah, don't get me started on the 877. More like 877. Shut up. I'm like, we don't want to hear this crap.
Yeah, which I stole from.
I mean, get that off my television. I don't want that crap in my face. Yeah. It's more like.
I hate it, and I hate it now.
It's like two fat guys doing opera. It's like, get that off my television. I don't want to see two fat dudes, need cash now because they probably have 69 cents in a piggy bank.
Oh man! Except for the fact that the only thing I like about opera is Barcelona by Freddie Mercury and Margaret Capier.
Yeah.
And the other ones were just basically the other ones that I like about opera was just basically crap. Yeah. That was it. The rock opera were good, but the other ones were just crap.
Yeah. So the weirdest game on the 2600 is Airway. Oh wait. They mean Riverwade? Really? Huh. Okay, Airwade at $33,000. River Patrol, Pepsi Invaders, Out of Control. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So what is that game I was talking about on the 26th? Yeah, I gotta look up the educational stuff too. SeaWorld. Okay. Sequest. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It was part of. Okay. Well, let me check, folks. Okay. Oh, okay. It's the name. Okay, Sword Quest. That's the name of the game. Sword Quest in 1980s. Yep. AVGN did this episode. Yep. Sword Quest. There was 3 games that were finished and a 4th game that never saw the light of day. Earthward, Fireward, and Waterward, and the planned 4th game, Airward, but that never happened. Designed by Todd Fry. Yay.
Todd Fry, yep.
So it's called Sword Quest. That's the name of the game. Yeah, Earthward in 1982, Fireward in 1983, Waterward in 1984. So Earthward was 82 and Fire was 83.
Wow. I just jumping out when you said things like
and I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Each of the game came with a comic book that explained the plot as well as the part of the solution to a major puzzle that had to be solved to win So basically what Sword Quest was, it was a whole contest kind of thing where you could win prizes and everything.
Oh man, I can't resist your joke.
Total value was $150,000. The series had a genesis as a possible sequel to the groundbreaking game of 1979, Adventure. Yeah, one of my favorite games ever made, Atari. Thank you very much.
Yeah, my conversation BBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Even though it came out in 1980, not 1979.
Yeah, 1979. Thank you.
But yeah, Adventure is an awesome game. I love that game so much.
Anyway,
And I'm glad you can play it in this new 2600 Plus. Oh my god, I love that game so much.
yeah.
Yeah, so Sword Quest, and it's also part of the Atari 50, the anniversary collection, which I still gotta get on Xbox. I know, I know, I missed the bandwagon, but hey, it's still on Xbox. It's $40, Atari 50.
I gotta hurry things up because more than an hour, less than an hour, I have to go to bed.
Oh, I know, Lude. I know. I don't want to, keep you waiting for a beddy time, and I don't think you're gonna have time to do your closing.
Yeah, I don't have time for that. No, because I have to get ready for sleep, and
Right.
I have to get ready for work the next day, and Brian sees me saying like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna ready to do this." Well, I'll get fired. I don't want to do that. No.
Well, I understand, Lude. I know you got a big day ahead of you. Start the new week for the last month, for the last of August. Um,
And then,
I'm just trying to see the game here. So Atari had some educational games too. Let's see. So the games like Eli's Ladder, Bernstein Bears, Basic Math, Alpha Beam with Ernie, Basic Programming, which is not really a game. Don't know why that's on you. Brain Games, Code Breaker, Concentration, Fun with Numbers, Hangman, Spelling,
hey man, okay.
and Big Bird's A Catch. So there was some Sesame Street games on the 2600.
Okay. Oh,
Basic Math and all of them.
okay. Makes a whole lot of sense. I never played some of the games on from Sesame Street on Atari yet. I'll do it on my main channel soon, but right now, one was like, oh my god, why does it have to be exist?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll see what I can
And I,
do.
to- and I totally misspelled street. I put a bunch of gibberish.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of gibberish, yeah, yeah. I did a bunch of silliness, but I have not. I'm not gonna stop doing that. But no offense on your gibberish parts. But anyway,
Yep, so Atari produced a line of full Sesame Street games for the 2600. I gotta turn down this phone. The video's gonna play. Yeah, so there were four games produced and whatnot. Bidbird's A Catch, Oscar's Trash Race, Cookie Monster Munch, and Alpha Beam with Ernie.
wow. Go for it.
Two proposed Sesame Street games, Grover's Music Maker and The Count's Castle, were never produced.
Jeez.
Sesame's Place arcade attraction, the game center features token-operated educational game machines whose hardware was built by Atari. Atari also produced a Muppet Show game in 1983, Pigs in Space. This was the last game produced for Atari's children's line. A second Muppet game, Miss Piggy's Wedding, was never produced. A Bunsen and Beaker game was also planned but never produced.
Jeez. It was like, whoa. Okay, shocking to me to death. But Bob shows if he's watching this, he loves the Muppets, just like I
Yeah.
do. But he will be in shock if this Atari 2600 games of Muppets will be never been produced. Some of them weren't produced, and Bob will be in shock about this, and he is shocked. You know.
And in the Fraggle Rock episode, Wembley's wonderful whoopee water, Dart's computer made sound effects from Atari 2600 games.
Whoa. Okay.
Yep, so they did make some educational games on the Atari, not as much as what we got on the NES and all that. But in overall, folks, Atari 2600 is still a legendary game console from the 70s, and the 2600 Plus is going to be out and in time for the holiday season. And I'm sure everybody's going to pick one up of the 2600 Plus at Amazon and relive those great Atari classics. Because for me, yeah, I mean, these are games that really stood the test of time. Just like, NES games, they stood the test of time, with the amazing library of games.
You know something? It'll be good because it'll be great for me to play Atari 2600 games for the first time since Atari 50, you know?
Yeah, and yeah, I want to get the Atari 50 on the Xbox, and I know that I know Chris probably wants me to get the Atari 50 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might get that. Yeah, I would love to get that soon.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the stream tonight. And like I said, we will probably revisit Atari 2600.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And and just go over on the history of the 2600 because we won't have time for that because Luke has to go to sleep because it's way past his bedtime. It's like hey Luke, you if you don't go to bed this instant, you're gonna miss school and you're gonna be tired and all that other stuff. But yeah, so in all seriousness, we will revisit the Atari 2600, and I know Chris would probably like that to revisit the 2600 again.
Yes, definitely.
And when we do the remastered, revisited, whatever you want to call it, we'll go over the history of the 2600 and why it was still a groundbreaking game system. Because the Fairchild Channel F, it was kind of a first of its kind.
It was awesome.
To use cartridges, and it actually played real video games on like the Odyssey, which didn't do all that well.
I'll tell you something. The Fairchild, if I may, the Fairchild is part of African American History Month for all you African Americans out there. It's part of the African American history because it was made by an African American engineer.
Exactly. So, like I said, we will revisit Atari 2600 for a future planned stream. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight because we talked a lot of Atari stuff and we talked about other stuff too in the stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And so, like I said, guys, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the stream for tonight, and if you hit the subscribe button, you get to see all the amazing content I have here on the channel. Because again, I'm up to 199 subscribers, and I'm on my way to 200. And I'm just one subscriber away from hitting 200. So thank you to pretty much all the new subscribers out there. Thank you so much.
Thank you, fans of my man
and for everything.
To Remix's channel, who got so far to get to Remix Plum's channel. If you guys watch this.
Yeah, and like I said, hit the notification bell icon so whenever I upload a new video, because I uploaded 3 new videos, or whenever I go live again, you'll be notified when I either upload a new video or go live on the channel, so you don't miss a thing. So again, thank you to all the subscribers. You guys are awesome. I would never imagine to get 200 subscribers, and I'm one away. So thank you guys for your continued support over the years. The content creator, home to take your pick live, and a bunch of others. And like I said, I got a brand new game show coming down the pipeline and whatnot. And again, thank you guys for checking out the brand new BPT logo, the Brandon Public Television logo, and everything. The new look and feel. It means a lot to me because this is a dawn of a new era for the channel. Like I said, so thank you guys for your feedback. And the description down below is where you can check me out, from DeviantArt to Threads to Twitter, to even donate some money if you can via Cashapp. You can do so. It's totally optional, but it will help me out in a way because I'm probably going to need it. Yeah, so there you go on the description. Like I said, if you enjoyed this stream, check out the previous BPT's mini podcast streams that I did, and why not check out the random video that I did with Luke Jeffers this week, or last week, if you will, where I played Forza Horizon 5. It was entertaining. It was fun. And I'm glad you guys enjoyed that video. I know Chris enjoyed that video because it was a lot of fun doing that game. Because I'll probably be playing that game after I get done with this podcast. So it's a really cool game on the Xbox. So I'll be firing that up and whatnot.
Yeah, you are.
So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there you go on that. I want to thank Chris Kennedy for coming in. And of course, Teddy too. We can't forget about that.
Thanks for the shout out. So no, I'm sorry, Remix. I'm gonna say thank you, Teddy, to Remix. Say thank you to Remix, Teddy. Yeah, he fell asleep. Are you asleep, Teddy? Yeah, I think he's asleep.
Yeah, I think he's probably counting. I don't know. Bacon bits or something. It's bacon.
Thank you for having me here. I say thank you for Teddy.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's like, hey, it's bacon.
Well, that commercial,
yeah.
The commercial you saw.
Or kibbles and bits. Either one. He's probably doing the kibbles and bits. I don't know.
No, I was thinking of something else as well. Especially a show called Wishbone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
From 1990s.
Yep. Again, guys, go subscribe to Retro Media Vision's YouTube channel, and also give a listen of Christianity Plays His Hits, so you can listen to the wonderful songs like Congo Beat. Oh wait, Walkman Beat. Excuse me, I got that mixed up. I just talk too fast and I stumble. Walkman Beat or the conga. That's what I was getting at. I kind of messed my own words up. I think someone's tickling my feet. I think it's Mr. Butter. I gotta go grab a club and bash him in the head with that.
Wow.
Because he's messing up my words tonight. Especially Christianity Plays His Hits that you can stream on Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon. Yeah. So I'll get you, Mr. Bucket. I'll give you with my fist and whatnot. Anyway. And of course, I want to thank Lou Jeffers for stopping by. And like I said, guys, subscribe to his YouTube channel. And like I said, exclusive perks and everything for $5 a month. Yeah. And for all the exclusive stuff. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, FWRX is coming your way. And the brand new season, it's going to be unlike any season you have ever seen. And this is going to be a leap forward of what season 9 was. And this is going to be a big step forward to FWLX. So this is going to be unlike anything, and it's going to be groundbreaking. I know for sure.
Yes, indeed.
Be looking out for it.
And of course, Luke's going to be skipping his outro, but anyway, Luke wants to say peace out, baby. Back to me on the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
So thank you, Luke, for being on the stream, and so there you guys go, and check out his content and whatnot as well, and especially when he sees Mr. Bucket again. He's OC Cookie Monster. He's gonna to get out and don't come back.
Oh, and my second channel, Application 84, subscribe to
Oh,
that
yeah, that too.
originally owned by my good friend Marshall Brown, but it's now owned by me. And
How could I forget?
videos. And of course, I'm almost at 900 subs on my second channel. It's gonna be exciting. So there you go. And my main channel at 1,500, 40 plus subs. I want to thank you guys for support from over the years. So
Exactly.
over these years. There you go.
All right, so there you go, everybody, for Chris Kennedy and Luke Jeffers, and of course Lannon's Kitchen, who's in the chat room earlier. Thank you for stopping by. So for all of us here of the show, here on Remix Plum Studios, here on Grand Palm Television, this is Remix Plum saying good night. And like I said, guys, there won't be another stream until then. So I'll keep you guys posted on the channel. I'll create a post in the community so you guys be updated on when it will return. And of course, we're going to revisit the 2600 and go through the history of the 2600 and everything in between. It's going to be a lot of fun. And like I said too, Princess Rescue is an awesome game on the 2600. Like I said, you can check that out on YouTube. If you haven't seen this game, it's really cool. Need to check it out. It's a great platformer on the 2600. So anyway, guys, for Luke Jeffers, like I said, this is Remix Plum saying good night, and thank you everybody for tuning in. And this will conclude tonight's BPT's mini podcast extravaganza for August 27th, 2023. This is the last one for the month of August. So we'll see you. So until again, guys, we will see you all again real soon for another stream of this. And of course, new video will be coming your way sometime soon enough. And now, if you all excuse me, I think I have a date with Destiny. And no, it's not a girlfriend. It's Forza Horizon 5, baby.
Woohoo! Yeah.
Wow.
So thank you everybody for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
now I'm gonna go take out a Toyota Supra, and I'm gonna fall off the cliff. Have a good night.
All right. Take care, everybody. That's it.